All right, so for tonight, what I have here is an old Atari soccer board. Bought it a long time ago, probably more than 5, 6, 7 years ago, not sure. And I remember getting it running. I remember getting rid of these ROMs and putting a single EEPROM here. And I did some fancy wiring. And I tacked on, apparently, a inverter on top of this chip here, because I needed to invert a signal apparently for one of the enables for this ROM. And the address decoding and everything, just, I don't know, I figured it out from the schematic, basically wired up a ROM. I have a harness here that I had made, just a basic monitor, or basic harness. It's got the monitor, it's got the power it needs to run, and a couple extra wires here. And I also have a resistor that's been tacked on. Now this is probably sync. All right, so let me turn this on and see if it comes up. And something's coming up. Image is scrolling, so it is definitely needing a sync signal. Just guessing, because I don't remember at all, but normally I use white and yellow for syncs, and there's a white one. Let me try running a jumper from this wire, or from this resistor, over to this wire, this white one. See if we get a sync. Yes, got a sync. Now, monitor is way too bright, so let me turn it down. All right. That's good enough. But it's not running. Let me try self-test. I got nothing. Now, if this was working when I put it away, probably just need to reseat chips. Let me try reseating the ROM and the CPU. Also, I need to check to make sure none of these wires are broken because they're delicate wires. Just wire wrap wire. So trying to reseat the CPU. Alright, that didn't do anything. Let's see what happens when I reseat the ROM. It's in there pretty tight, so it's probably not a problem. Well, there's a couple of little chips here and there. Let me reseat those and see if that gets it coming up. Voltage on the board should be about 5 volts. I usually lose about half a volt from the power supply to the board. Okay. Check the wires. As far as I can tell, all the wires are solid. They're not loose or broken. Now these ROMs here, these old PROMs, these are going to be graphics PROMs. I don't think they're going to be the problem keeping it from running. Well, anyway, I dug this out. Actually, I was digging through boxes and I found it. And I don't like the way I did this. Oh, when I jiggled that, something changed. Well, come on, baby. You're not going to cooperate, are you? No. Well, anyway. Oh wait, there's a chip there. Let me try reseating it. Looks like another PROM of some type. All right. Anyway, now we got some more garbage over here that wasn't there. All right, well, anyway, keep getting distracted. Yeah, so I don't like this too much, and since then, I've repaired a number of Atari football boards, and I think I can adapt the same board for the Atari football to work here, to replace all this garbage and just have a board plugged into the CPU with, with the ROM. I don't know if this ROM will work or not, because this was specific for this wiring, but maybe I can put the board in and figure out how to program a ROM to get it to work. The address decoding is different, but I think I can modify the board to get it to work. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. I was really hoping this would come up when I plugged it, when I turned it on, but it's not doing that. So there may be a repair needed. Anyway, I'll keep looking at it and I'll be back. So first, rattle out of the bag, I checked the reset signal. That's pin 40 on the microprocessor. And it's low all the time. Low all the time. So that means that processor's in constant reset. The reset circuit involves this shift register. It's a 7496, kind of an oddball. Normally your power is on pin 16 and your ground's on pin 8. In this case, it's on pin 5 for the power, and the ground is on pin, pin 12. All right, so this is a shift register with a preload capability. The clock signal is on pin 1, and according to the tester, we do have a clock signal. The output that I'm interested in is on pin 15, and it's always high. That signal gets inverted to create the reset signal. So when this is high, like it is right now, the processor is in reset. Pin 8 is the preload enable. All of the preload pins are tied high, but this is a high enable, and since it's low all the time, according to the tester here, this is never being preloaded. So with a clock signal active and not being preload enabled, this should push through whatever's on the input. The input is on pin 9, and it's low. The outputs, all of them, there's 5 outputs on this. All 5 are high, but the one I'm interested in is this one. So this chip here appears to be bad. 7496, I highly doubt I have one, but I'll search around and see if I have one. Otherwise, if I don't, that's going to be the end of this video, because I can't really move forward until I get the game running, or at least out of reset. All right, let me see if I can dig up a 7496. Well, I didn't have a 7496, so I went ahead and removed the one that I think is bad, put a socket there, and I studied the schematics and figured out if I jumper a wire between pin 8 and pin 10, then I can control the reset with the reset button. So the reset's high now, and if I can finagle this, when I push the reset button, it goes down. So that should be adequate to reset the processor and run the program, but it's not running. At one time it tried to run it. This is the test pattern for self-test, or the pattern it draws when you put it in self-test. But I'm not getting any beeps or anything on the audio as best I can tell. So I don't know, it's still dead. So if something killed that chip, I'm going to have to order one to confirm that fixes the reset. If that died, then maybe some other ones died too. Maybe a lightning strike or something near the house over the years. I don't know. But that's where I am with this. I can't go any further. I have to get that chip in, I guess, first, and then I will try to figure out what the problem is, why it's not running. That will be a future video. Thanks for watching.